Hey everyone, welcome back to this channel. If you are new here, my name is Amina. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing almost 10 ways that you can make money whilst you're studying in university. Now, these are not ways that are gimmicky like surveys, etc. These are actual methods of making money through jobs, through using your skill, through internships. And a lot of these are things that I just didn't know when I was at university. So I'm going to be sharing those with you today. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more from me. And if you can think of any other ways, then do leave them down below in the comments so other people can also pick that up from you. Now, when I think of jobs for university, I always think about jobs that can give you a skill or experience for you to be able to apply for graduate schemes in the future. Now, of course, any job will give you a skill, but when I think about skills, I think specifically about skills that are like desirable in the workplace. So communication, finance-related skills, management, responsibilities, skills that you will definitely need when applying for, if it's a PhD program, if it's in the corporate world, in teaching, like any of these industries are going to require these skills. So let's get started. Number one is working as an RA within your university. Now, these are positions that actually I had no idea about. My brother was working as one of these when he was back at university quite a few years ago now. So these are ambassadors that live within the halls, if you are living in halls, and they look after the hall. So they've got like shifts, they look after the hall, and they get paid both with discounted rent, so massively discounted rent, and also I think they get paid as well. So I can't remember what the deal was at his university, but you do save a lot of money on your rent, like huge amounts of money on your rent, and you make some money as well. So essentially what you'll do is you'll be on call. So he had night shifts, for example, where at night he was the one responsible. So let's say someone came home after going out and they lost their keys, or they were injured, or they were sick or whatever, and they were coming home, he would be the one responsible to deal with that, call the ambulance or give the spare keys or whatever it is. So it is shift work, so you don't have to always be available, but it's quite a nice job because for the most part, he said he just slept for most of it because no one really needed anything. It's the odd day that someone needs something. So it's a nice and handy job that if you're living in halls anyway, you might as well look for. And I think they always need people. The second is tutoring, and this is an obvious one, but I'm going to mention it here quickly because it is one that is really important. This is a nice skill to have and a nice job to have because you can make lots of easy money on the side whilst keeping your skills and whilst keeping your knowledge fresh. And so if you're a first year student or a second year student, you can keep your GCSE A-level knowledge to the top of your mind. And if it's related to your subject, then it means that you're just getting better for yourself. You're helping someone else. You're making a bit of money quite flexibly on the side. I'm pretty sure nowadays you can do it online as well. So it's a nice, flexible way to make some money. The third is to work for the NHS. Now, the NHS have quite a lot of administrative roles, and these are roles that don't require specialists. So you don't have to be a doctor, medic, nurse, or practitioner to be able to work these roles. And these are roles such as being a receptionist, administrator, a clerk, a health record staff, a secretary, typist, a personal assistant. So these are all roles whereby you are dealing with like handling a patient's data. And I actually know quite a few people that were doing this job whilst they were like medical students or doing this job while they were university students. And you don't have to be related in the health field at all. I'm going to be leaving, by the way, the links to all of these job areas and where you can get them down below. So that's one option, and that's like a more in-person option. And then the second option is working for 111. So this is where you'd be working on a switchboard. So when someone calls for an emergency, a one-on-one call, you would pick that up, you would deal with all of that and make sure that it goes to the right place. And every single time I've spoken to someone on 111 recently, I've actually called them quite a lot recently for the kids, because I just can't get a GP appointment. And every time I've spoken to them, the people on the phone just sound so young. Like I 100% know they're probably like 19 years old. This is a job to them, and it's just a nice part. I think it's a really nice part-time job. It helps so much with communication. It helps so much with like being able to be quick and think on your feet as well. And I think it's a really good thing to have on your CV. And the NHS are always looking for people to join. So these are jobs that are pretty much available all the time. Okay, the next job is a student fundraiser. And no, I do not mean holding those little fundraising pots and standing outside stations. I don't mean that. A student fundraiser is someone who deals with trying to collect money for the university for areas that they think are important to them. And usually you'd go about doing this by contacting alumni. So this could be someone who graduated from King's College London, if you're at King's, 30 years ago, is really respected person in their field. They've got a bit of money and they're more than willing to give back to their university. So they'll donate a few £1,000s, a few £100, put it on their will even, and this is fundraising essentially. And this will benefit, it depends, this can benefit the university directly, so it can be them just trying to make some more money, and it also could be for a charity or for a specific cause. And I remember I actually got this job. I didn't actually go through with it because the hours were a bit too much for me. I think it would have been fine, but I was one of those people that was like, oh, I can't have a job in university, but I definitely could have. And you definitely can have as well if you prioritize your time well. So you'd go in, there's shift work, you have a certain number of shifts, and I think the pay was really good as well at the time. Pretty sure it is better now as well. And you just call alumni, you would speak to them and let them know what you're fundraising for, and yeah, hope that they give you some money. And these jobs are always open, and I can't even remember how I found it, but it's one of those things that no one knows exists within universities. Every single university has a fundraising alumni department, like 100%. I'm an alumni for like 4 universities, and I get bombarded by emails all the time and post to my house all the time. So you can only imagine like how big and important the department is for it, like making money. Okay, number 5. This is actually this is my number 1, to be completely honest, but it's a paid summer internship. This is more for, to be fair, there are different internships, but the majority of them are for final year undergrads, or second or final year undergrads, second year or third year undergrads. So do take a look, but there are some for first years as well, so just have a little look. And these are internships within big corporate businesses and big corporate companies, and not just corporate, but even like gaming companies and like research companies, Amazon, like places like that. Like they all have internships for students, and that is the only time they have internships during the year. So they actually don't offer internships any other time apart from June, July, August, September. The internships tend to run for 3 to 4 months. So the whole summer, basically, you'll be doing that internship. And to be honest, like in terms of money, you're gonna make a huge amount. It's based on a pro rata payment. So like you'll be making quite a few £1,000s in just a few months. So it kind of makes up for not working for the rest of the year if you decide not to work at that side. And the nice thing about it is that you can build connections, you can learn about a new field. Even if you're like a science STEM student, you can do an internship in UBS, in finance, and learn and build connections. And maybe you might enjoy it, and maybe you might think, oh, that's really interesting, make some money on the side, build some skills, and then take that somewhere else. The nice thing about internships is that if they like you, they will also very likely offer you a job as a graduate within their department and within their workplace. So it's a nice way to like get your toes in as well. They are quite competitive. They are open now and they are closing end of December, end of December, start of Jan, like mid-Jan. So if I were you, I would have a look at them. I've left a link down below with 12 internships that I've summarized. The top ones from UBS, Amazon, Visa, MasterCard. What else did I get? Barclays Bank, like all of them. I've like linked all of them down below. Take a look at them. And I've also got a free template for where you can like track all the applications that you've been making too. It's interesting because I actually saw this statement in one of the applications, and I just want to read it to you quickly. It says, we look for people who display intuition, initiative, and creativity with strong problem-solving and analytical mindsets. We do not require specific academic majors or industry experience and look for a diversity of experience and skills. This is the best bit. We value extracurricular activities and evidence of leading an interesting and impactful life outside of your studies. So what they're saying is that you don't have to study finance to get a finance internship. And that's the case with, by the way, a lot of jobs these days. It says that you need to be firstly leading an interesting life, so doing something else. Do you learn a language? Do you play an instrument? Like what else are you doing? And they will look for someone that has initiative, intuition, and creativity. That's all they want. They don't want someone who is academically like on top of their game. Like that's obviously important to them, but a lot of people have a first and a 2-1. Like, what makes you stand out? Okay, the next job is using your creative skills to make money. So nowadays, when I made this video 4 years ago, I didn't include this because I didn't really know this existed, but now I do. So going on somewhere like Fiverr and being able to put up your skills to make some money on the side. So that could be like if you have good Canvas skills, if you can make good thumbnails, if you're an editor, if you know how to edit podcasts, or like any skill that you have that you can provide to someone else, and you put that on the platform. Yes, in the beginning, it might be a little bit hard to make a bit of money because you have to build up a reputation and get some reviews and things like that. But over time, it can be quite a big money maker actually. You just get loads of clients that want you to work for them, and it can build up into quite a nice little side business too. The 7th thing is, this is not really a job, I'm kind of cheating here, but this is actually going to help you like save money, is by utilizing your student discounts everywhere. Your phone bill, call them right now, tell them you're a student, you'll get a discount. I got a discount back when I was a student. Your like any shopping that you do online, like anywhere, Nike, Adidas, ASOS, like literally any store online has a student discount code that you can get through Student Beans or like Uni Days or something, literally anything. TFL, when you're traveling, get that Tappy Oyster card. Or if you go to the station and you show them your university ID card, they did this for me. They add like student access or whatever on your card, and then when you tap in, it gives you 30% off every single time. Yeah, off peak, I think. Or if you buy like travel cards as well. So like there's so many ways that you can utilize your student card, like in some restaurants as well, like so many places. I don't think we fully appreciate how many places will give you 10-20% off for just being a student, and that will help you save so much money in the long run. Okay, the next one is a student ambassador. So quite similar to the RA that I first mentioned, but this one is someone who works within the university to show, to give tours, to show students around, to help direct guests when they come to the university for various events. These are always open. I've got the link down below for the King's one because that's the one that I joined, and my sister just joined as well when they were there. And I believe it's actually still open now, but they've got loads of different ambassadorship programs. Some are closed, some are open, some constantly keep opening as they need people. And they always need people. It's a nice part-time job. It works around your studies. It's based at your university. Like, it's just win-win. The next way, and I've never heard anyone mention this, and this is not financial advice, okay? So I think I'm legally meant to say that. But you opening a credit card, but a rewards points credit card. So every time you spend money, use your credit card. Use it for your rent. Use it for like council tax. Oh, actually, council tax is free if you're a student. Use it for like any travels to university, any lunches, anything, books, anything that you buy during your student year, which is, you know what, you might even be able to use it for student fees. I can't remember. But anyway, use it for everything that you can. And obviously don't go above what you don't have. So like use it and then pay off directly. So there's no interest accumulated, and it just goes around that cycle. And what that will do is it will actually give you points. So by accumulating points, by using your credit card with things that you're going to buy anyway, you can build up enough points to be able to catch a flight, to be able to use it for other things, to be able to like upgrade hotels, things like that. And you can actually get a free holiday. Like, I've got so many points right now from just using my credit card for things, and I've got the money for it. I just use the card because then I can get points for it, and then I'll pay it back in full by the end of the month. So I'm not actually like using money that I don't have, so I wouldn't recommend that, especially as a student. Use your card and then you get so many points, and I can get a flight. I can probably get like a few flights now for free, business class, hotel and everything, without paying for it with all the points that I have. So yeah, this is something that people don't think about because you think credit card, ooh, scary. And on top of that, you're able to build your credit score as well. So when you graduate and you want to look for a house, or you want to like get something that needs a credit score check, you've got that credit score as well. So just be responsible about it. And the last one is start a YouTube channel or start a social media account. And I know you're probably thinking, I don't want to show you don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. You just have to show some sort of content. It can be studying content. It can literally just be like live study with me's. I've seen so many channels blow up with people just showing them studying. Like, you're literally doing the studying, you're showing the studying, you're making money off AdSense, you're probably gonna get sponsorships as well. You can make thousands of pounds from one ad just by showing you studying. And you don't even have to show your face, maybe like an aesthetic background, something that looks cute, and being regular and being consistent about it. And you can make so much money off of it. And I think like it's not saturated. People think, oh, it's not saturated. YouTube is making a comeback. I feel like YouTube like fell off a little bit when TikTok came up again, but from next year, they're going to be monetizing shorts and people are going to want long form content again. So I highly recommend going back to long form content and like just creating something on social media, because you never know where that will take you. Like I never thought that doing this as a student will be my job now, like make more than what I was making as at work. And it does, and it can. So I would highly recommend like starting a channel, starting a social media page, and just showing what you do. Don't do anything crazy, don't do anything different, just show what you do and you'll see so much reward from it financially, and also it's just so much fun. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you some ideas for jobs and ways that you can make money in a slightly different way than I think we probably heard in the past. If you have any other ideas, then please leave it in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.